Hey guys, this is Aaron Price and I'm going to analyze Clint Eastwood and the choices he has made as a performer to create a role in films, more specifically the role of William Money in the film Unforgiven. This is for my oral requirement in my online drama class, so hopefully this goes well. Also, I would like to apologize for any animal noises in the background, and I would like to mention that I'm all reading off of a script that I made. A big background on the film here. Unforgiven is directed by and stars Clint Eastwood, who is mostly known for his roles in American westerns as the man with no name, a lone hero who speaks and whispers and clenched teeth. Before Eastwood did Unforgiven, he was in this rare lull state where nothing was really happening in his life. And then he decided one day to go back to an American Western which he hasn't touched in like ages, and made it so that this film would be the last time he would be both the director and actor playing a role at the same time. In the film, Eastwood plays the role of William Will Money, an aging outlaw who is called in for one last job to get some money for his poor family. He, along with Ned, played by Morgan Freeman, and the Scofield kid, played by James Woodfelt, go on a journey to hunt down a couple of cowboys who cut up a prostitute for saying a rude but true comment about one of the said cowboys. During their journey, they start to question themselves for all the killings they have done and will possibly do in the future for the sake of financial gain. As I mentioned before, Eastwood usually played the role or persona of the man with no name. He has played this role for most of his life, with a few comedic roles here and there. However, what makes Will's character different from the rest of the other characters that he has played is that Will feels more like a fully developed version of the man with no name persona. What I mean by this is most of the characters Eastwood has played are pretty one-dimensional and kind of felt disconnected from the world that they're put in and don't feel like actual real people. A few examples of Will being a more developed character of this persona is, 1, his age. Most American westerns have the main protagonist to be very young, probably around mid-20s, early 30s, handsome men, so that the average Joe could put himself in the character's shoes. However, for Will's character, he is shown to have wrinkled, worn-out skin and gray hair from age, and possibly stress, which I could estimate around early 40s. And he's also shown in the beginning of the film to be very rusty in his gunslinging skills when he tried shooting bottles on like on the fence post, I think. And missed every single one of them. Number 2, his backstory. Will was an infamous outlaw back in his good old days, killing men, women, children left and right, abusing animals that he owned, and drinking away his worries with alcohol. This describes what the hero outlaws that we cheer on in other American westerns do, except maybe the killing of women and children and abusing of animals. However, this all changed when Will met his future wife and he became a changed man forever, or up until the last act where he drinks whiskey, then heads off to kill Little Bill. Anyways, and number 3 is morality. Usually in American westerns, the main hero shoots a guy and then goes about his day not thinking about the life he took. This is different in the film, as the guilt of taking the life of one of the cowboys, who is a young man, possibly in his late teens, comes almost immediately. Ned wants out of the deal while Will and the kid are still up for it, though Will kind of becomes a bit hesitant about it. Overall, Forgiven gives us the audience a protagonist slash hero that is completely different from how we perceive American masculinity. A celibate, broken down man who prays over his deceased wife. We don't really see this type of character, though having this character in any film would give it a more realistic sense. And having his character be like this, and knowing that this will probably be the last time he will ever do an American Western, Eastwood has allowed his character some natural character development. He even used his own aging to be a factor in the role of Phil. However, this doesn't mean that Unforgiven mocks the usual Eastwood persona as his other American Westerns have done.